This community will not be forgotten, will not be left behind, and we are in it for the long haul in East Palestine.
This is the second anniversary of the toxic train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, which is right over the Pennsylvania line. Vice President and former Ohio Senator J.D. Vance is promising continued support to those impacted residents.
While there have been numerous proposals in Pennsylvania and Washington, D.C. to improve rail safety, they can't seem to get on track. Dennis Owens reports from Harrisburg.
It's been exactly 2 years since trains went off the tracks. Plumes of smoke went into the sky mere feet from the Pennsylvania border. In the years since, attempts to improve rail safety in PA also derailed.
I mean, we're not against business. We're not against moving that freight rail. We just want to make sure it's as safe as possible.
State Rep Rob Matzey is reintroducing his bill that passed the House overwhelmingly last session, but stalled in the Senate. It would limit the length of trains to just over 1.5 miles and require at least 2 crew members on them.
For years, the rail industry has been trying to go to 1.
The bill would have the PUC or PennDOT inspect wayside detectors, which proved faulty in East Palestine.
Right now, fox in the henhouse. It's up to the railroads to keep track of those and make sure they're working.
The bill also wants more disclosure when trains carry hazardous materials.
In East Palestine, it took hours for the first responders to know exactly what they were dealing with. If people knew exactly what was on the train going through their community, they'd lose their minds.
In its after-accident report, the Federal Railroad Administration called for many of the very changes Matzey's proposing.
None of those measures are anything that seems outlandish to me, obviously.
But Republican Aaron Bernstein says regulating multi-state freight trains is best left to Congress.
I'm all about making sure that we're doing things safe here at the state level, but we really need to make sure that we're collaborating with our federal partners in order to make sure that all of these things work together.
But the collaboration Matzey wants to see is with the Senate and fears the longer we get from that derailment, the shorter people's memories about what happened.
I think it's important for us to continue to keep this on the headlines and continue to have people recognize that it's so important.
Rail safety measures didn't just stall statewide here in Harrisburg, also federally in Congress. But like here in Harrisburg, they're getting restarted in Washington as well by Congressman Chris Deluzio. At the state capitol, I'm Dennis Owens.